Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 127 of the FAB and Fearless Business Booster Shot Show. My name is Yinka. I am a business strategist, a coach, a speaker, and an incoming author, and I support women to create wealth in and through their businesses by helping them to focus on what matters most for the business, which is cash flow and strategy, and what matters most for the business owner, which is mindset and habits. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to this episode of the Booster Shot Show, where each week at 1:30 p.m. UK time on a Wednesday, I come to you with a short, sharp shot to boost both you and your business with one powerful truth and one actionable tip. And so if you can see and hear me over on my social platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, what up, YouTube fam? Please jump into the chat. Let me know that you can see and hear me. I am not talking to myself. Hello, lovely Kath. Thank you so much for letting me know that we are live over on Facebook. I am therefore just going to quickly go and check to see that we are live over on YouTube, and then we are good to go. But in the meantime, Kath, it is so lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd love to know, how are you doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, please let me know how you are doing today. Yes. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, oh my gosh, I could not be any worse. 10 being, oh my goodness, I could not be any better. Please let me know how you are doing today. Hello, Jackie. Thank you so much for jumping in on the YouTube flex and letting me know that I am indeed live on YouTube. We love to see it. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm excited, albeit a little sober, to share with you today what I want to share, because today we are talking about my cash flow heartbreak. Not the most fun topic, but one I feel that I absolutely need to speak on. So I'm excited to do exactly that. Kath, thank you. A 6 today, trying to avoid the consumerism and hustle vibes, but it's taking energy. Isn't it just? People are really diving into this. Let's spend all the vibes, let's do all the things, chain of way of being. So I'm definitely feeling you in terms of avoiding the consumerism. So ladies, just before we get started, allow your network to know that there's a little party going on in this area of the platform. Feel free to hit the reshare button to let others know, and tag a friend, ladies. If you think that there are some gems to be dropped, feel free to tag a lady right now. That way she can join us live. If she manages to see it in time. If not, we can simply focus on getting her to see the magic on #replay. So, ladies, we are coming into the midway of December, and I have been taking the opportunity to do a couple of things. Number one is I am out here on these sales, very much focused on rounding out my year and completing my target to hit 1 million in agreed sales this year. I am closer than ever, and I'm really excited. I still feel very good that this is a goal I will be achieving this year. And so I'm super excited about that. I want to thank every single woman who has heard the sound of my voice, who has read my content, who is engaged in my programs. Kath and Jackie, I know that you both are here live, and I have mad love for the both of you. Thank you for everything that you have done, that you have been. Thank you for coming into my world. Thank you for enriching my life. Super grateful for all of that. And as is customary, because we are now in, sorry, ladies and gents, just checking something that has just kind of hit me on the feet. So I just wanted to make sure that all was all right. But yes, I am reviewing this year with a view of really powering up for next year. And it's definitely a powerful and important part of the process. Um, I'd love to know, ladies, drop in the chat for me. Let me know how you're feeling about the year you've just had, how you are feeling about the year. Because one of the really key emotions or kind of feelings that I'm feeling a lot of heartbreak. And this is why I am coming on to the platform to share that with you today. I assure you, it is not just me kind of wallowing in misery. This is heartbreak that I think is going to be really powerful for the days ahead, and is full of actionable tips and advice that you can actually make use of today. So hang fire, hang tight, and yeah, stick with me as I share a little of what is coming up for me. Because one thing I set out, with this unbelievably huge goal, and as I said, I'm not that far off achieving it now. Yes, Jackie says feeling kind of reflective, I think. The one thing that as I said, I'm feeling a lot of heartbreak. And it's interesting because whenever I feel heartbreak in the way that I am, it's rarely for myself. Like, I rarely feel heartbroken for myself. I am an incredibly blessed person. I have incredible, beautiful children, an incredible husband. I count my blessings like you would not believe. So when I am thinking of heartbreak, it is often for other people. And I definitely, want to temper and really manage that effectively, because everybody is grown. I work with adults, so I don't work with children. I'm not into rescuing them. I see every person that I engage with as adult and sovereign. And yet I know my mission, ladies. I know my mission. I know that I am here to help women create the life of their dreams. I know that I am here to really help them come out of and away from the bondage that they experience around money, around cash flow, around business. And I am here to help them experience the freedom that comes from creating a business that really serves them. And so, yeah, as I reflect, I find myself feeling kind of heartbroken. And what are some of the things that are breaking my heart? Number one is like kind of the biggest one of all, and this is a heartbreak this year that will turn into fuel for the fire next year. But I'm still heartbroken at how little people understand cash flow. Like, it really breaks my heart because we have cash in our pockets and purses. Like, we absolutely are surrounded by cash all the time. I say money is everywhere, and people are like, yeah, they can get that conceptually. But honestly, there are very few people who don't have a penny or a pound in their pocket. And so we have so much proximity to cash, and yet it is so not understood. And that really breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart because cash could be this incredible resource for change, this thing that like transforms lives and businesses and bank accounts and futures and all the things. And yet so many women are still experiencing it as something to be afraid of or ashamed of. And yeah, I find that really heartbreaking. Ladies, drop in the chat if this is resonant, if you understand what I'm talking about here, if this resonates with you, if within your own mission, the misunderstanding of the incredible importance and power of what you have to offer doesn't kind of break your heart a bit as well. Like, I can't get my head around, like, I have spoken to thousands of women this year through content, through videos, through showing up every single week on one of these booster shot shows. I have banged this drum and banged this drum, and we're going to continue to bang it. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not tired, but I'm heartbroken because in not understanding the real power, impact, and influence that getting to grips with your cash flow has for them, they've missed out on a whole year of some of the beauty and power and opportunity that comes from getting this sorted. And when I talk about the beauty and the power of the opportunity, I'm not talking about in theory, I'm talking about in practice. For everything that you're hearing, and I can absolutely agree that 2024 has been pretty hardcore. The other thing that I'm really clear about, certainly in my own experience, is 2024 has been tough. Hey, lovely lady. Thanks. So good to see you, Chalina. Thank you so much for jumping in the chat and letting me know you're here. As tough as 2024 has been, it has also been an incredible year. Like, not just incredible in normal vocal tones, but literally incredible. Definitely with that high pitched tone there as well. It's been a remarkable year in my space. For me personally, for me professionally. And so much of that has been because I have focused on my cash flow. And so I have things in place so that when things have gotten tough, or, I haven't felt like it, or even when I've been sick, I've just been able to be like, actually, I'm good. I don't have to. I've come out of the have to of my business in the way that I was before. I'm no longer compelled. I'm no longer have to do the things. I'm in a position now where, as I said, my nervous system is calmer. The opportunities are more available. I can do and I cannot do. I have cash so that if I need to test, it can fail and there is no problem. And it breaks my heart to see how many women are still so stressed out about money. They're stressed. They're like, it's like literally like a wound really tightly. I don't even know what the word is. You shouldn't come on live video and lose your words. But I'm losing my words for how tightly these women are experiencing their world and their cash and the things that are going on in their business and their bank account. And they've spent a year listening to me. And they spent a year cheering for me, and they spent a year showing up to my free stuff, and they spent a year even maybe coming into some of the low ticket stuff, but they've dabbled rather than decided to master their cash flow. And that breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart because this is time it's not about working with me. Please do not hear what I'm not saying. I am not for everybody. I'm not even for most people. Most people, I am not your coach. I am not your mentor. I don't want you to work with me and you don't want to work with me and we are good like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about the mastery of cash flow, which goes beyond yes, it's smart to come work with me if that's what you want to do, because that's the thing I do and that's what I focus on. But this isn't for everyone. But the thing is that it's for so many people who are just so afraid. They're afraid of what happens if it goes wrong. That's exactly what we're working to solve. What happens if it doesn't work? Let me spoiler alert. If you don't get your cash flow sorted, it's not working anyway. Businesses go out of business because they run out of cash. That's an every time situation. 100% involuntarily, so the government doesn't shut you down. It's because you ran out of cash. That's a non-negotiable truism in business. And yet people think that they can do other things, skirt around the issue, faff and finesse instead of focusing on the thing that makes their lives better. And yeah, I find that heartbreaking. I really do. It upsets me and it fuels me. Because I've seen, I really feel like I've seen what things get to look like when you really decide to take this seriously. Is it easy? Hell no. Dude, it is not easy. Is it worth it? Hell yes. Hell yes. In a way that I can, viscerally, I cannot explain to you how important and powerful it has been in my world to decide, to commit, to master and continue to improve this area of my life. Because focusing on this has helped me to sort out and deal with every other thing. Everything. There isn't a single thing in my world, even if money couldn't buy it, but there isn't a single thing in my world that hasn't been improved by actually sorting out the cash flow. Ladies, jump into the chat. Let me know that you're still with me. Because honestly, the way that my heart is broken, I can just keep waxing lyrical all day long. And that isn't what this is about. But I want you to hear my heart in this. Because times ain't going to get any easier. The time value of money is real. Time is moving in one direction. And so what I want to really offer you is a clarion call. Maybe you've been thinking about it. Maybe you've wanted to work it out. Maybe you know you need to deal with this and you're not really sure how. Maybe you've come in and maybe you're like, yeah, I see the importance. But this is not only about seeing the importance. This is about committing to taking the action. And that's what breaks my heart. Because I've seen women go out of business this year. I've seen women get sick this year. I've seen life. And I've seen things that if there was more cash in that system, would have gone a different way. And therein lies the challenge, because it is better to have and not need than need and not have. And so many women have gotten to that need point and then they don't have it. And like I said, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I do not want, I am unapologetically about the money, but I'm unapologetic because of what the money means. Money in my business means I help women, that women's lives are better, that women have the opportunity to move forward with their own dreams and their own plans. This is far more than a business to me. This is a mission. This is a purpose-driven focus. It is something that I do when I'm tired. I do when I don't feel like it. I do when I want to do something else. And trust me, I have many talents. There are other things I want to do. But I'm here doing this because it matters to me. Because the opportunity that I have to create and support and help women is important to me. So yeah, ladies, this is why I've been heartbroken. The last couple of days, I've been really, really heartbroken. And so the beautiful thing with that, because I believe that all feelings are valid and helpful, is I'm taking that heartbreak to a whole new level. I am going to allow that heartbreak to fuel me. It has put a new fire in my belly. It has put a new song in my mouth. I'm not trying to be heartbroken on the 11th of December 2025 the way that I am on the 11th of December 2024. That is not my vibe. That is not my vibe. I want to see women claim the freedom that they know they are deserving of. I want to see women transform their lives in beautiful, powerful ways. I want to see them live their glow up life. That's what I want. And therefore, the heartbreak that I'm looking at and feeling this year is really helping me to channel my focus and channel my thinking for what's coming up next year. And so my question, ladies and gents, I can see some gents too, is what about you? What's breaking your heart at the moment? What about what's going on in your business, the things that you offer, the way that what is it that is still, frustrating you? Where are you seeing people not claim freedom, not stand up for themselves, not back themselves? Where are you seeing that, and where is it breaking your heart? Is it breaking your heart? Is it creating a scenario that you feel very strongly about? I'm very clear in my own mind that this heartbreak is a good thing. It does not feel good. I don't feel good about it, but I feel good because I know I get to use it. The one powerful truth I want to offer you today is a reminder that when it comes to these feelings, when it comes to anything, you have a choice. You can either use it or you can allow it to use you. They are your choices. And so it isn't about avoiding negative feelings. It's about using them for good. And so my one actionable tip for you today is to really ask you. I mean, I say one and then I'm about to ask you two things, so I'm going to sort that out. But I want to ask you about your own commitment to mastering your cash flow. I want to ask you, it's between you and you. If you are in my world, feel free, come tell me. But I want to ask you, what is your commitment to mastering this? How committed are you? Put it on a scale and get honest with yourself. Because to be honest, it doesn't have to be 10 out of 10 to make magic. You're not going to get far outside of about a 7 or 8. And anything less than that is great for the honesty. But if you intend to stay in business, you have to raise that necessity. So that's the first thing. It's about asking yourself your commitment to mastering your cash flow. And the second thing is, how committed are you to creating the life that you want? Because whether, cash flow brings its own dramas and its own thinking. But what about your life? Your one wild and precious life. Your one never to be repeated opportunity here in this day and in this way. How committed are you to creating the very best version of it for yourself? Because ultimately, irrespective of how you feel about cash flow, that's really the question that is anchoring everything else. Because you can't be 10 out of 10 committed to creating your glow up version of your life and be 3 out of 10 committed to sorting out your cash flow. Why? Because even if you don't run a business, cash flow is what makes you responsible or responsible. And it enables you to stop negotiating with problems and finance solutions. And that isn't an entrepreneurial situation. That is a life situation. Life is always going to life. So every responsible adult needs to understand, master, and deal with their cash flow. So that's my question to you. How important is it to you to create the life that you want? Because when you anchor in the answer to that question, the next questions, in my opinion, they sort themselves out. Ladies and gents, that is everything that I want to share with you today. The chat has gone quiet, so I'm not sure if you are still with me or indeed if the tech is still teching. But I really, really hope that you have benefited, that this has been helpful, a means of reflection for you to really think about, create for yourself and for in your life. Because this is not a drill. There are no do-overs. And the idea of limping along or not creating full-bodied, incredible, beautiful, magical experience of the one life that you have, for what? For fear? Nah. Nah. The fact that you're here proves that you're a winner, proves that your ancestors are incredible and they manage to continue that DNA all the way to you. Believer, I do not believe that you have come yet this far. That is not what this is about. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go back into my world. I'm going to unbreak my own heart, and I'm going to make a plan to help as many, many women to create magic in their world. Ladies, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, either live on replay, and this resonates and you want to explore what it looks like to really get some healing and mastering this whole cash flow piece, into my DMs. The word you are looking for today is winner. So drop me the word winner, so that I know that this is where you came from. And then, because there's everything better with it and almost nothing when it comes to cash flow. And so thank you so much for joining me today. Kath, thank you so much for letting me know you can today, Yinka. I'm shook. In a good way, I hope. And I just want to thank you for your time, attention. Tag a friend. Tag someone that you know would benefit from hearing more about this and thinking more about this. And I look forward to seeing you in the spaces. Take care. Have a good